Indie 103.1, it is 12 midnight. It's the bewitching hour for all my club crawlers and night owls. I'm DJ Paul V. The show is called Neon Noise. It's every Saturday night from 12 midnight to 3 a.m. Now, I've been doing the show almost 2 months, and tonight was inevitable that I would pop my cherry, meaning my first guest, on the show. And I think this is great that my first guest is one Mr. Chris Corner, from a band called IAMX. Welcome to Indie 103.1, Chris.
Hello.
How are you?
Pleasure. I'm very well. A
Nice to see you.
A little bit sleepy, but I'm about to be energized.
Good. IAMX is playing their second LA show, which is this Monday. It's March 26th. It's at Safari Sam's, and I caught the show on Wednesday, and it was just fantastic.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And we're going to give away tickets to the show. We're going to give away the IAMX CD, which is called The Alternative. Mm-hmm. We've got a T-shirt, and we've got the remixes of Spit It Out, which is the new IAMX single.
Good.
And as a special bonus, Chris is going to perform a song
from my first record.
Great.
Called Mercy.
Yes, very nice. I'm DJ Paul V. This is Neon Noise, and I'm here with my very special guest. It's Chris Corner from the band IAMX. Hello, Chris.
Hello again.
So I wanted to talk a little bit. Again, you are playing on Monday night at Safari Sam's, 11 o'clock.
Yes.
I shall be DJing the show again.
Good.
It was an honor to do it on Wednesday.
It was wonderful support.
Thank you. And one thing I noticed about the crowd was how diverse it was. And just listening to your record's called The Alternative, I looked around and I thought, there's probably fans of like Susie here. Mm. There's fans of Radiohead. Yeah. Or maybe fans of like Nine Inch Nails. Like your music is somehow takes a little bit of all of those and kind of puts it in a blender, and it comes out like beautiful.
Thank you. I don't know, it's quite subconscious. I don't really think about it, but I was quite surprised with the mix. Mm-hmm. It seems to be quite a more diverse mix in the States, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, in Europe, you do shows and you get a lot of hardcore fans, but there seems to be a similar demographic,
Right.
So I was quite surprised. I mean, that's good. It's
now,
heartwarming.
That's great. This is the first tour, right, of America for IAMX?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, let's just give a little background to get to the present and the future. Let's go back a little bit. You are a founding member of the Sneaker Pimps. Mm-hmm. Now, did you create that band when you were 15? Is that true?
I was a kid, when I did that, yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look a day over 23.
Well, the road ages you.
Yes. I don't know all that much about Sneaker Pimps, so I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions. Now, like the last album, Bloodsport, you sang more. Or did you sing the whole thing?
I pretty much sang the whole thing, yeah. I mean, the second album was Splinter. The first album was Becoming X with a female singer,
right,
Kelly. And second album was Splinter. We committed commercial suicide, and I started to sing. And then third album was Bloodsport, and I don't know, I took the reins from there, kind of.
Right, because like a track like Loretta Young Silks, which I loved.
Thanks.
See, now the thing is, I didn't know who you were at all. Like I didn't check out Sneaker Pimps to know who was in the band. I mean, I think I knew Kelly. Yeah. And I didn't know anyone else, and I came across IAMX online by accident, and I was like, wow. And did a little reading and then found out. And when did you go from being more of the front man, I mean, to I guess you were more behind the scenes before. Yeah. And when did it come about that you got solo and decided to form a band and stuff?
I don't know. I think what happened was there was a point when we started writing the second Sneaker album that we had these songs, and I'd done, as in the first album, I had sung the demos before Kelly came on board. And the second album, it just really suited the music and the emotion, and it was much more kind of true to the record to use my voice. Right. It seemed a ridiculous thing to use a female voice when we'd written these songs in such a way. So we made that decision, and we didn't go back from that. And from that point forward, it felt natural to just keep using my voice.
Right. Yeah. No, but what I meant is, when did you assemble a band and stuff? Did you just find friends to put together IAMX, or how did that come about?
IAMX?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I mean that that started. IAMX started when Sneakers. Basically, I'd written some songs for Sneakers that weren't really suitable, and I was really passionate about those songs. I wanted to use them, so I started my own solo project. And about a year went by of me just kind of fiddling around on stage with just me and a few boxes, and it felt quite lonely. So I decided that I thought that it needed some company on stage. And I moved to Berlin, made the second record, and collected this bunch of freaks that I have on stage now.
So the people who play with you now are recorded your record too?
No, I do everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shows you what I know.
Well, I think I'm a bit control freak, so
right.
I tend to... It makes my life simpler if I just play everything.
Right. Odd question. I heard this from a little bird. Do you actually have a degree in something like astrophysics or something?
Yeah, I was about 5 months away from finishing that.
Really?
Yeah, I was so gutted. But my life was so complicated at that time that I just didn't have the time to finish it.
Right.
So maybe one day I'll go back.
Well, I guess it's something to fall back on
in
your later years.
Yeah, maybe.
If the Earth survives what's going on right now. All right. Would you like to play live for us?
I'd love to, yeah.
Okay.
I brought a little
Now, this is what
acoustic
you're going to do is a track from your first album.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, it seems quite suitable. It's quite mellow and late night and, I don't know.
All right. You got your guitar ready?
Intimate, yes. It's called Mercy. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Mercy, will I melt in the kiss by the words and the whispers you sing me? Mercy, I'm frail in the kill by submission and will that you bring me. Mercy, when I'm nothing but ego, you slap me to let go and sleep free. Now I sleep free. My toy box and my memories. When I smell your skin, you just make my whole world weak. I'm at your feet. I'm at your feet. Mercy, when the grey turns to black and the waves on my back, you make me smile. Mercy, well, it's the trauma and martyr you crush into pleasure and downtime. Mercy, it's the shining of you that just breaks me in two like a lifeline. You're my lifeline. I'm the idiot to your poetry, and you burn and bleach everything, and all I need is at your feet. At your feet. Oh. Are the licks and the lips of temptation just tricks, not for playing? Mercy. Are you the camera suck, gun slut to headphone of holes? My being. Mercy. And are you everything which put the sex into bitch? Or just faking? Or do you fake it? Do you fake it? Oh, I celebrate your chemistry. If you bond with me, I can make your whole world sweet. I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees.
Very, very nice. There was Mercy from Chris Corner and IAMX live in studio here on Indie 103.1. Very, very nice, Chris.
Thank you.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Yeah.
You have a naughty mouth. It's okay.
No, I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
I do forget. I
It's
just get
okay.
lost in it.
That's what the dump button is for those of you in radio. So here we go. It's giveaway time. Okay, the wonderful Chris Corner, IAMX. They're playing on Monday night. That's March 26th at Safari Sam's in Hollywood. And because we're your best radio station in Los Angeles, we're going to give away a pair of passes to the show, an IAMX autographed CD, a sticker, a T-shirt, and the Spit It Out single. So why don't we take the first 5 callers at 1-877-900-1031, and we will put you down on the list for the show on Monday night. And now we're going to show a little bit more of the rockier side of the IAMX sound. This is the title track, right?
The alternative.
This is the title track from the CD, Indie 103.1.
Lay back for me. You are just exactly what I need in this cold town.
Indie 103.1, this is Neon Noise. That was IAMX, The Alternative. That's the title track of their new CD that is out now. And oddly, IAMX does not have a U.S. record deal yet. We're going to change that, my friend, Mr. Chris Corner. And actually, if any record company is listening who has any kind of a say to put out a record or sign a band, you are crazy to not sign this guy. I saw them on Wednesday night, and I was seriously blown away, and I'm not just saying that because the man is sitting across from me. I mean, I was really, really, really impressed, and the record is fantastic. It's ready to go. There's at least 4 singles on this record, and we're going to play more just to prove it, okay?
Okay.
So we've got our winners for the IMX show. Once again, it's this Monday night, March 26th, at Safari Sam's. How about, you want to hear some more Neon Noise mixes, Chris?
I'd love to.
All right. Do you like Amy Winehouse?
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's a crazy girl.
I like that.
But I like that about her. Yeah, exactly. This is Neon Noise on Indie 103.1.
Neon Noise on Indie 103.1.
I'm DJ Paul V. This is Neon Noise. It's every Saturday night, Sunday morning from 12 midnight to 3 a.m. And if you like what you're hearing, please spread the word and get people to tune me in. I'm here with my first guest. He's popping the cherry of guesthood here on my show.
Very suggestive, Paul.
Yes. I said that you had the bad mouth, right? It's Chris Corner from the band IAMX. Welcome back, Chris.
It's lovely to be here.
Now, Chris is from the UK, but you live in Berlin. And I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you know this, but I used to be a band manager. Okay. And I used to manage Porno for Pyros and Perry Farrell. Yeah. And watching you on stage, I have to say that you remind me of Perry a little bit.
Yeah.
In that, you know, you're sort of kind of wiry, thin, cut. You have a flat stomach that I don't have. But also...
That's the cummerbund.
Oh, you fooled me.
Yeah.
But also, just... I found you were very fluid with your movements and your body, and your presentation was very theatrical. You know, you had some makeup and some glitter on. Yeah. And Perry's like that a lot. He was very sort of androgynous with his look. Yeah, yeah. But also your vocal. I don't think you sound like Perry, but you've got a great range, and so that just struck me. I just thought I would
thank you
pass
very much.
that along to you. Yeah.
I'll take it on board.
Perry's one of my favorite artists to this day. Now, who are some...
That's interesting. I've never... I don't really know his work that much because it's a different genre completely. So I'll have to look into that.
Well, but that was one thing about Perry. He was fronting this very, very hard rock band. Yeah. Yet would come out with dresses or with garters, corsets, makeup, cool. And sort of messed with the audience. Like, here's all these sort of macho rock guys. And, I'm sure that was part of the allure. Like, why am I getting aroused by this Jewish guy in fishnets here?
Perfect.
Who are some of your influences musically as a kid?
Oh, as a kid, the one person that really had a big effect on me was a guy called David Sylvian.
Oh, yes, Japan.
I loved Sylvian, yeah. I was kind of obsessed with him for a while when I was a little boy. I loved Nico, I loved Velvet Underground, I loved so many bands you wouldn't have enough time for me to list. But influences now, I'm much more of a visual person. I go for films and things like that. I don't really listen to that much music, which is a bit perverted, really. Being a musician, I don't know if that's if that's wrong of me to do that, but I tend to be much more inspired by films and observing people in general.
I was going to ask you, in terms of visuals and stuff, about the video for Spit It Out. Yeah. First of all, it's shot it looks like it's a theater that's about to get demoed. Where was that? What is that?
Yeah, that's a great kind of trashed building in Berlin, which I think it's an old brewery from the war or something, and it's really sort of torn apart, and obviously, it's been graffitied. And,
it exists like that?
Yeah,
wow.
It's still there. There's still quite a few buildings like that in Berlin. That's what I love about the place. It's still, has that kind of bizarre, dark history to it that you can see and touch. And this building is a club at night, and during the day, people rent it out for things like video shoots and stuff. So we were lucky to get it before it's being completely trashed.
And how much are you involved, say, in like video concepts or the look, or
I tend to get involved with everything I can. I mean, with that, I think it was more about just, putting us in a good space, an interesting space, and having a performance video.
Right.
The same with President was kind of a similar idea. So there was no concept as such, but if a concept comes into it, I really like to get involved because I think, I don't know, I can probably make more sense of it than somebody else could.
Right.
Sounds a bit arrogant. I don't mean it like that, but I think maybe if we work together with a director, we get a better product.
Well, that's good because a lot of times when you make videos, you just show up like it's the director's concept, and
I don't really like that.
Right.
It doesn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah. Well, not every artist probably should have that right. You know? Like certain artists, like you strike me as somebody that you've got the, you've got the know-it-all to get
maybe get involved, to
get it to look right instead of like Jessica Simpson or something.
Wow.
Oh, if you want to check out the videos, the MySpace page is myspace.com/IAMX, just like it sounds. It's IAMX, and there's videos there. There's podcasts. It's streaming and fan club and the whole thing. And that's actually, I think, the first place I heard you. I got linked to MySpace, and that is the beauty of the internet when it works with good music. And I was going to ask you how involved you are with internet, how savvy you are. Are you connected?
I mean, personally, I tend to avoid it because I think I've become quite addicted, and I might start wasting a lot of my time. I have really good close people that tend to deal with it,
right?
And they enjoy it a bit more than I do, actually, because I find it a bit strange. All of these people saying these things, and it's great. It's been brilliant for IAMX, because it's an independent project, and to get out and to play gigs and to get the word around, it's perfect. You can't deny the power of that. What it is. But personally, I try to avoid it.
Yeah, there's just not enough hours in the day.
To
spend time online. Well, we are going to change the fact that you're independent. We're going to get you a record deal here in America. We're going to make you a star, baby, because you're fantastic. And we're chatting with Chris Corner. Chris Corner from IAMX. We are going to send him on his way because he's been driving. He drove from Las Vegas today. Yeah. Did a great gig last night.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Their first American tour is happening as we speak. They will be playing live, as I've been saying, all night, Monday night, March 26th. That's this Monday, in case you're half asleep. The doors are at 9 o'clock. It's at Safari Sam's. It's almost sold out. You can still get tickets. So we gave away our 5 pairs already. I'll be down there DJing as well. So if you're going to make the show, please come say hello to me and my minions. And is that it? Is there anything else we want to add for the IAMX love before we send you on your way?
No, I think that wraps it up. I think I'd just like to thank you for having me on the show.
I'm
humbled by your support.
When you're a huge, huge star here in America, I want you to come back.
I will, don't worry.
And rub it in everyone's face.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Chris. This is Neon Noise on Indie 103.1.
Neon Noise on Indie 103.1.
I want to know how to survive in the nightlife.
Here's another track from the album, The Nightlife.
The truth and dare of the drug for the first time. Lick my heels and dance with the heat rise. I want to know how to survive in the nightlife. I want to know how to survive in the nightlife. The truth and dare of the drug from the baseline.
1031.